that point, my brain just completely exploded. I mean, just exploded.
Oh, I would have walked around that city all night long with like, oh man,
Lobster could be like, y'all know that Eminem's recommended my corn dogs.
Yeah, I would probably strutted is what I would have done.
Yeah.
So that's incredible. So definitely, like, you're going back to Lollapalooza. Maybe we can tag along one year.
Yeah, that would probably we could probably make something like that happen. I get a golf cart, so we don't have to walk from one end to the other.
And I can drive a golf cart.
Even better.
I can shuttle food, and I've done line and bus tables.
Perfect.
I'll clean all the shit after y'all cook. Just hang out the whole time.
Yeah.
I just want to eat a lobster corn dog.
I was thinking we would hire Merlin to just do a tent like here at Zeppelin, and we just
lobster corn dog.
Fly in the fucking corn dog. I mean, the material. I don't give a shit. Let's just do it.
Nice.
We'll justify it. If Eminem says it's good, we got to try it. Chris.
So truthfully, the list of musicians we've cooked for are the headliners like that. So it's it's been Eminem twice, once with Rihanna, who if you stare into your eyes, like you're instantly like on LSD, and you're like, I don't know what's going on. This is weird. I don't know why. You just melt you, dude. So we did them. We did the Chili Peppers. And, those guys were mostly vegan besides Chad, of course, which isn't shocking. And he does look exactly like Will Ferrell in person.
That's awesome.
But Flea was so stoked with his meal, he told his manager that it was the best vegan meal he's ever had in his entire life.
Wait, all of the Chili Peppers except for...
The guitarist. It was the new guitarist. It was that young kid. So it was Anthony was there. Anthony and Flea for sure. Their new guitarist was... I think it was a younger kid. I can't remember.
I can't remember his name either.
But I think it was one of his first tours, so he was just whatever you want to cook me, whatever you want to make. And then Chad was like, I want a fucking steak.
Like, try this lobster fucking corn dog.
But like their manager after Flea had made that comment, looked at me, is like, have you ever been on tour before? And then in my head it's like, Chili Peppers tour. Family. Chili Peppers tour, family. And I was like, no, I've never been on tour.
Just like what's
but we cooked for Vampire Weekend this year, which is the fourth time I've cooked for those guys, and so I wanted to say hello after their set. And
so do you have like a merch room or like a man cave that's just got like not only like Lollapalooza shit, but like everything signed, like you got a fucking like t-shirt with spaghetti on it signed by Eminem?
I've never asked for a single autograph in my entire life, and I've never asked for a picture.
Don't ever fanboy anything?
You don't get invited back when you act like a fanboy.
Well,
you act like you're one of them
after this,
right? You act like you're one of them, and then you're in there. And so if you do that, I think the respect level is different.
Nice. All right.
And also, when you work for a celebrity chef, right? When I worked for Graham,
you're kind of used to that.
I saw that happen where, when we opened Graham Elliot, he had just done Iron Chef America, right? And competed against Bobby Flay on one episode. And then he got a phone call from MasterChef and was like, hey, Gordon Ramsay's doing this new program that started in Australia. It's called MasterChef. It's going to be on Fox. We think your personality would be a good fit. You want to come out and interview for
Australia.
it? He's like, yeah, of course. Like, Gordon Ramsay, you're going to pay for me to fly out to L.A.? Sure.
Yeah.
Why not, right?
Australia.
And so,
I feel like, hell yeah.
That's where MasterChef started. That was where it was created, right? And so that's the American version. So I saw him get that gig that he didn't ever want, that the opportunity presented itself. And then I traveled food and wine fests across America, across the world with him, and I saw all of a sudden, hey, I take a picture with you? Hey, can I take a picture with you? Hey, can I take a picture with you? Hey, can I take a picture with you? And so when you see that other side of it, he's never said no to a picture. And sometimes that was hard for him. Sometimes he needed that to feel better about himself. So I get that full side. But I never wanted to be a person that would ask to take a picture with somebody. I got these memories in my head.
To take pictures with you?
I've taken pictures with people.
Okay, so funny thing.
Like, this guy can fucking have the best lobster corn dog in America. I got to get a picture of this guy.
Yeah. So raising that point about like people wanting to take pictures with chefs and things, it's kind of funny because back when I was a little kid, I would have never imagined somebody would want an autograph from a chef or a picture of a chef. It was like, I want my Major League baseball star, my athlete. You know, all these young.
It was
kids growing up.
athletes, actors, or rock stars.
Right.
That's
and
it.
so when was it?
And Rockstars were on that list, but I would think, like
Actors.
it was when Iron Chef came over and had the late night TV
Yep,
show
that started
we were,
it.
like high watching it. And I was like, man, I can't even remember the dude's name with the long ponytail.
Morimoto.
Morimoto.
Yep.
He was and he's still on the fucking show, I think.
And he's a fucking badass. And
Three or four of them now, but like
sweetheart.
that's what it was. And it was in Japanese originally.
Yes, correct.
And it was like whatever voiced over in
Yep.
English. So
Yep.
like we weren't seeing it. That's why the cameras were so great, because you didn't have to hear Alton Brown's voice over the,
Right.
because it was MC'd over.
Yep.
It was awesome.
It was
You
awesome.
could get Liddy and just be like, man, you want to go downstairs and just make everything in the fridge?
Yeah.
Don't wake up the parents.
But
And it was late at night, too.
But it's kind of funny how nowadays chefs are rock stars. I mean,
100%.
in
Bobby
more or
fucking
less.
Flay and Guy Fieri. He's like my hero, but also the worst
But
at the same time.
But you can go up nowadays to a person walking by on the street, and you can ask them to name, like, you could ask somebody here in Denver, hey, name a big chef in Denver. Chances are, I guarantee you, 8 out of 10 people would be able
Correct.
to name that.
Yeah.
But it's funny. When did that happen? Like, when did
Reality television.
that's what it is?
100%.
So I guess
Survivor.
Yeah, I mean so Iron Chef is reality television,
right.
truly at the core of what the definition of that is. So that started, and then Top Chef obviously gave a huge platform to that.
Chopped is one of my favorite television shows.
And then
on the planet.
the offshoots of all of that came,
Yeah.
right? So, Martha Stewart's became like that. I think if we all look at who's the OG of this, it's Julia Child. I mean, she had those cooking shows in that. There was no reality-ness to it.
Yeah.
Of that competition kind of stuff, where it was more informative. But, there have been chefs, cooks that have had TV shows, but nothing to this ongoing drama-filled, very much drama influenced by the writers of the fucking show.
Right.
And that gripped people, and then, those became famous. The Voltaggio brothers became famous from winning. And then you got to see chef judges come in, right? And then, all of a sudden these people are elevated above the contestants, so these guys must be even more cooler. And then, so Wolfgang Puck starts getting really famous, and Emerald gets really famous.
He's
And
a Southerner.
yeah, so you start seeing that kind of churn. And, when I was a kid, when we were all kids, cooks were fucking criminals, right? That was like the job you could get coming out of prison. Like, that was it. It was a slave job, right? It was, the rich people had private chefs, and that was like the best chef gig you could get. But it's kind of a weird gig, is that you're a private chef. Kind of a slave at that point, right? You're not creative. You're cooking what the needs and the dietary restrictions of your owners would be, essentially. And so, with that, and then obviously the rise of social media, which is amazing, because I can go on any sort of platform right now and see what they served at Noma last night, right?
Right.
I can see what
Get ideas.
Right. I'm not just ideas. I can literally see what they cooked, their food, like what the food they served was. Before, you had to buy a cookbook or buy a magazine, and hopefully they had that travel edition in it or whatever it was,
Instagram
right?
is sexy for like the food industry, and we've been able to kind of
huge.
capitalize on our food, segment here. Is like Instagram, you can taste it, and whereas Twitter's not even that great because it's fucking
just words.
Words.
Yep,
it's
exactly.
not nearly as and it's historically political
Yep,
bullshit all the time. Like Instagram has helped immensely in the food industry, and even in Denver, I think it kind of made people want to be like. Not, and then like people you follow other folks that were in Denver, and you're like, these folks are living the dream. Let's just go start a new restaurant out in Denver. And
So
it's popped up.
So let's bring this back into like Colorado. So the only restaurant you worked, or where you worked in Chicago, Graham Elliot.
Yeah.
And then
We opened Gramwich.
right.
We opened another concept called Graham Elliot Bistro.
Okay. And then
When did you come home?
So what happened is there was an opportunity that Graham got from a different investor group out of Greenwich, Connecticut. And they were offering him 50%, no money to put in, you come out and operate it. And so Graham was like, hey, look, you've worked incredibly hard for me. You're as loyal as they get. I would love to give you a piece of this. So how about you and I are 50-50 partners, meaning I'm a 25% managing partner. You go out and run it. I was like, Kira, it looks like we're moving to Connecticut. And so we went out there, operated this.
How are the winters in Connecticut compared to Chicago?
Almost as bad. Yeah, I'd say it's maybe worse because you're so close to that water line, that shore in Greenwich. It's right there, and it's brutal. But Chicago's winters are
Brutal
fucking worst. And so we ran that, opened it up, and Greenwich is like its complete own universe. I don't know if you guys have ever been there. It's just north of New York, right over the border at Portchester. 27-minute train ride to downtown Union Station, Manhattan. But it's where
it's like the
it's like the richest richest zip code. Yeah, so it's all the private equity people and all that kind of stuff, and they look at cooks and chefs as employment, right? So, we're serving $40 entrees, tasting menus that are $100 there, appetizers that are $28 and shit. And one night, somebody asked me if I could make them jalapeno poppers, and you're just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Just bacon, cream cheese.
Like really? Like we're serving lobster and fillet and caviar and I'm supposed to make you jalapeno poppers? Like, this isn't your house, man.
Did you cave?
No. Like, that's not what
about to be like, yeah.
Yeah, I made him the best goddamn jalapeno poppers ever.
I'm not, that's not who I am, right? We have a restaurant. If you want to come eat at the restaurant, you see the menu, then order off the menu. Or, like, that's,
Otherwise, go to Buffalo Wild Wings and get your poppers.
Exactly.
Which, by the way,
go to the dive bar.
I don't know if they have them, but I do love a good poppers.
Poppers are amazing. Yeah. I just hate that. I got really put off by their mentality of we're below them, we're their workers, we're here to curate everything they need.
Was that kind of realization that made you pursue a different opportunity? Is that
so? What happened is the way we cooked, very whimsical. The music that we like to play, very hip.
Not the Greenwich style?
It wasn't the Greenwich style. I
can't believe that you, the chef to the Rockstars, didn't get along with the snooty type. You seem like you would
I don't know how much you guys have hung out there, but it's like, what college did you go to? Like,
really?
What do you?
Yale, Harvard?
What's your grandpa do? What the fuck does my grandpa have to do? I'm trying to talk to you about, like, life. And so, I just didn't fit in very well there. I didn't want to cave and cook mashed potatoes and overcooked steak, to make $1. That's not what I'm on this planet to do, in my opinion. So the restaurant ended up closing after 6 months, and I think business-wise, financially-wise, everything, it was probably the most learning lessons I've ever had in my entire life.
So what'd you do after that?
I looked for a new job, and I had an offer from Paul Cahan's restaurant group, with Blackbird, and they offered me the chef of Big Star, and they wanted to blow that up and make a couple more of those. So they offered me that, which my wife really wanted to move back to Chicago. And then I also got offered a position with Kimbal Musk's The Kitchen restaurant group in Chicago. And when the numbers got put out on 2 pieces of paper and compared them, the offer was much better for me to come back to Colorado.
I like it. So, what's it called? This is back. What you pointed at me?
Oh, I don't know. I was just like, were you excited to come back to Colorado? Was your wife
incredibly excited? So this would have been the 4th time, right? So Boulder, I'd visited in my teenage years, moved in Boulder, went to culinary school, moved back to the mountains after culinary school, moved to Denver. And then, so coming back, I was incredibly excited to have friends. My sister lives here now. Lifestyle-wise, raising 2 children, I felt this was the best.
Did she fall in love
scenario.
With
so it took her a while, but she now is to the point where she has made her own friends as well. So she has a little support group here of people. They're not just my friends. And she totally gets the whole raising children here compared to trying to do in Chicago.
I don't know what. I've partied in Chicago, hung out there for small times, and then I've gone there for work increments. But I've taken the L, and then I've taken Ubers and things. And it can be clean, and it can be a lot of fun. But I don't know how. Like, I have friends that live there, and I don't know how raising family would be. But
It's expensive. It's it's very cultural diverse, but there's not that outdoor